All right, I wanted to let you in on this all-white build I'm doing here. Some of the parts that I'll be using. It's not necessarily a completely all-white build. There is going to be some black and white contrast. I think it'll look better like that, but not too much. And I'm still not. You're gonna have to excuse the traffic. That's a big-ass box truck that just rolled by. It is 9:30 in the morning, so it's rush hour traffic along this busy street. Anyway, like I said, not everything is set in stone regarding the things that are black or a different color than white. So I could change, but this is the preliminary list, and well, man, I lost my train of thought. Things could change, of course. Oh, I'm trying to. I'm getting some of the parts now. Today, I will have a power supply arriving today. It's a 1,000 watt dark power 12. Be quiet. Got a good deal on it. 130, I think it was 127 versus 179 for the dark power 13. And this was the only power supply that could be delivered to me, tomorrow, the next day. There were a few power supplies that would have been primed overnight between 4 and 8 a.m. that just were too expensive for that window, for that delivery window. So I went with one that technically is going to arrive by 9 p.m., but it's downtown at the post office, right across the river over here. So I'll get it today, hopefully around noon. Usually that's when I get my mail. So I've got the dark power, Be Quiet Dark Power 12 coming. And that's black, but you won't see it in the case I've got. The other parts I've got coming are as follows. I'm going to probably buy this first. These are going in the order I want to purchase them. This is the Sapphire. Oh, I'm going to have to reinstall Windows because my trackball just doesn't want to work. This is the Sapphire Pure AMD Radeon RX 7900 GRE with 16 gig of GDDR6. This is the graphics card that will be going into system. It is all white. What I can't tell from these pictures is if there is a switch on here for a silent and overclock mode. Usually when you have a switch like that, it indicates the GPU is a dual VBIOS GPU, and only one of them will have the UFI compliant GOP driver on it, which means I got to use that one if I want to, have my fancy boot up full screen logo and everything. If I don't, then I'll get a black screen until I load up Windows. I don't like that. So this will be the graphics card. This is the first thing I'm going to be buying, and I'll probably stick the power supply and this GPU in this current rig now, so I can use it and utilize it until the rest of the parts come in. Reason being, I want to try out the AV1 encoder. That's another big reason, because I'm doing all these videos, and when I scroll, I get these artifacts. You see them. I'm hoping AV1 will help there, because the the AMD codec for it's just horrid. I mean, I'm used to. I loved what NVIDIA did when it comes to video encoding. Their encoder is far better than AMD, and I don't know. It could be something I need to set. I might have to increase my bit rate in OBS. That's something I need to just do some trial and error and to figure it out. I haven't got around to it. But anyway, this is the GPU. This will come first. I might be ordering this today or tomorrow. That way, I'm trying to time it so that I will be here and I don't have to work when it arrives. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to work and I'm going to let a freaking $600 GPU sit on my porch. Just not happening. I'll call off. Next on there is the case that's going in here. And this might explain the black power supply. This is the NZXT H6 Flow. Not bad for $110. It is a very nice roomy case. It's a little bit less than the Leon Leo 11 that I was also considering. I like this mainly because let's look at this right here. I like the fact that the front panel USB ports are down at the bottom and only an inch or two from your desk table. That way you can lay something flat and plug it in. It's not dangling all over the side when you have your USB ports at top. That that drives me nuts. So this is cool. Got two USB 3, one front C port, but I got so much room in here. And I love this. This is another thing about the black power supply. You won't be able to see it. It goes right in there. It's black, so it'll be obscured by the motherboard. So I can live with that. But that'll be the case that I'm using. I can't wait. I want to build this thing now. And moving on to RAM. I'll be using Crucial has never failed me. When I am moving and upgrading to a new system or a new rig, and I don't know what I'm getting myself into, and I want to make sure that all my parts work the first time around, Crucial has never did me wrong. You know, I've had bad RAM from all kinds of different suppliers and makers. Crucial freaking just works. So we're going to go with a 32 gig, 6,000 megahertz pair of 16 gig. That way we get 32 meg here, or 32 gig going. Not bad for $105. I can't complain there. They do sell a white kit. Let's see how much more is it. It's cheaper. Oh. Yeah, no, I might just have to buy this. Okay. That works. Cool. Yeah, no RGB. I don't care about RGB on my rim. So, yeah, I'll get the white ones to match. Because there's enough black and white contrast on the motherboard, which is coming right up next. Nope, Peerless Assassin's next. Got to have this good cooler. Plenty of room in the case for it. So, yeah, going to have a Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 SEA RGB white. That'll be going on a... Let me do the CPU. This is just a placeholder. I could upgrade and go to a different CPU. I can't really complain about the price. $340 for this monster of a CPU right now. So this is possible. The 7950 X3D isn't much more expensive. I just don't know if I need all those cores just yet, because this significant uplift on this processor alone, cache or no cache, it's still going to be good enough for video encoding. 8-core, yeah, it'll work for what I'm doing. Yeah, that'll do. Good gaming processor. But this is the motherboard I'm getting. And if you notice, there's a lot of contrasts. There's a lot of white and gray and black contrast, so I can mix it up a bit. You know, black RAM wouldn't have mattered all that much. Black power supply isn't. Yeah, it's going to be obscured. So this isn't too bad. I'm going to go with the white RAM sticks, probably, considering they're cheaper. But yeah, Gigabyte B650E Aorus Elite X Axe Ice for $230. It's on sale. It's normally a $280 board. And this is what we're going to be going with. And like I said, the processor. I could drop in an 8,000 or 9,000. It depends on what's available come August, September, and how prices are. And there it is. That's going to be the all-white build. And I also want to mention something special about this all-white build, why I'm doing it. I turned 50 on January 14th of this year. I've been a diabetic since 2014. So I've been a diabetic for 10 years. And in that 10-year span, my vision has gone craptacular. I'm getting floaters in my eyes. I could have a stroke in them. I've been told by my ophthalmologist that I got to be careful and keep my blood pressure low and my heart rate low because the veins and blood vessels in my eyes could burst easily, create a stroke, make me blind. And when you consider that motherboards today, the vast majority of them, oh, that's my delivery. That's my delivery update right there. If you consider most motherboards back in the day, well, now most of them are black. That's the default color you get, black. But when I started doing this 40 years ago, and I'm 50, when I started doing this 40 years ago, 10 years of age, working with electronics, fiddling with computers, breaking them, ruining them, fixing them, the motherboards were green and with white text on them, and they were a lot more easy to see. And as time moved on, they gradually went to brown. And then 8-bit had a couple red ones that were cool. Gigabyte used to be blue. I remember having a couple blue Gigabyte boards. Then you had I remember DFI. Some of the DFI motherboards were multicolored, red, green, blue, red, this like Play-Doh all in a pile. But as I got older after the diabetes diagnosis and my vision started to deteriorate, I noticed that even with bifocals, I had trouble building this system 3 years ago. It took me 6 hours. Normally, I would spend about 2 hours on a build because I like to go slow and methodical and make sure I can get everything right. I'm not one of these people that build a computer. I'm not Linus. I don't work for McDonald's. I'm not pumping out a CPU, or I'm not, assembly line kicking out built computers out my door anymore. Those days are over. I have nothing to prove. That's how I look at it. And I had a lot of trouble building this thing because it was hard for me to see getting things aligned, especially USB cables and into the headers. That was a rough patch, and that's why I decided that the next rig I build is going to be all white. But there's something special about this. This is going to be my retirement build. I'm not doing any more. This is going to be the last and final rig I built for myself. No more. I gotta face the music. I'm on the back nine. I'm gonna be either dead or blind within the next 5 or 10 years, and I'm gonna go out with a bang, with one final killer build, $1,200 to $1,700 spent on it, and I'll never build another computer again. And that's why I decided, oh boy. That's why I decided an all-white build is necessary to make it easier on my eyes to see everything. And because I do better. I use white on my monitor, on my displays. I got to have a white background and black text. Inverting that, having a black background and white text, gives me a ripple effect in my eyes that's really bad. So this is going to help. And like I said, it's going to be my retirement build, my final build ever. So if you ever believed or wondered if I would ever get into building rigs on this channel and showcasing them and going through and having live builds, one, I don't have the subscribers for that, quite frankly. I would need a couple more 1,000 to 10,000, quite a few more subscribers. I've only got 450, is it? Not gonna happen. Not with that subscription level. And then, here's the issue. What if I got freaking 100,000, 200,000 subscribers out of a sudden? And then I've got all these companies beating on my door. Hey, we'll sponsor you if you build a computer with this, and this. And I'm like, eyesight, day job. I work 60 hours. So it's one of those issues where I have to put my own foot down and say, no, this is going to be it. I can't do it anymore. I've done it for 40 years, since I was 10 years of age. and I want to go out with a bang with one last final build. And it won't be live streamed, of course, because I don't have the subscribers for that. I don't have the subscribers to do a live stream, but it will be recorded. And I will upload it. I'll put it up here. I'll do the entire build. I'll have to point a camera. And I'll point a camera. I got a couple spare ones. I still got my my Logitech 1080 camera. I got a 720 floating around here. So I've got options when it comes to cameras and stuff like that. And I'll just point it at here and I'll do the build. And it could be one video, it could be two videos, it could be three videos, depending on how long I take and how much I drag my ass on it. But I just wanted to let you know that it will be my final one, my final build ever. And I'll have to live with this computer for the rest of my life, however long I'm on here. However long I'm living. Like I said, can't do it anymore. Got to face the music. You got to know when to say when. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know on the skinny of that old white build. And if you like what you hear, like what you see, subscribe, ring the bell. Togonzo Media, we'll see you in the next one.